Hi everyone, Bruno Recommends Records here, and today I'm supporting a brother of mine in this community, which is Alaskaapenas. Although probably most of you don't know his channel, he's been supporting loads and loads and lots of you lately. Um, he's not really a guy in the vinyl community. He's much more than that. He does reviews, weekly reviews to things that he listens, whether it's new things or older things. He does some comedy stuff sometimes in his channel. Once in a while, he speaks in Portuguese. He's from Portugal, but most of the time he speaks in English. And you know what? Most of you don't know, but lately in Portugal, there was this big storm that caused a huge damage and devastation in certain areas, including the area where he lives in Portugal, Lydia. He was one of the many people who was affected by this storm. Fortunately, not in terms of physical damage or um, anybody being in a hospital or worse than that, because that happened to some people. But he had some damage on his property, and he was with no electricity and water for the past 5, 6 days, something like that. Fortunately, he's back on track. He already has his electricity and water. Imagine yourself living 5 or 6 days or a week with no water. So no showers, no washing yourself, no washing dishes, no washing machine, and electricity is also as worse as being with no water. Imagine you have no internet, you have no electricity at all, and anything, including the fridge. So where do you keep your food? And there were supermarkets closed. There was like a total chaos. So he was one of the many people that we can consider a survivor of this storm. And he came back like 1 or 2 days ago with this new video, and the only thing is asking, he was really uplifting, smiling. Gosh, I wish I was as positive as he is. But and I'm so proud of him, man. So the only thing is asking, after all this chaos that went through his life, is just asking to reach 500 subs. His channel has almost 500 subs. I think it has like 480, something like that. So we're talking about 20 more subs. So please, if anyone is watching this video, I'll leave the link down below. Just go to his channel and show your support just by subscribing his channel, because after all of this that I told you, that's the only thing that he wants at the moment. So how can we ignore that? Okay. So lots of love for you, brother. And he did this tag, which is not really a tag. We can call it thread or challenge. And he titled it, "I want to be cool and reach 500 subs." It's only 10 prompts, so let's go through it. And please, it would be really great if you have a YouTube channel and you're watching this video, just do this tag, because this tag is really easy to do, okay? And it's one way of showing some support to him, because he totally deserves it. So first prompt, show your favorite soundtrack. And for me, it's Fight Club from the Dust Brothers. Now, this is a re-edition. I don't know the exact year, 2019, I think. And this is an alternate cover. You can push this white thing out. It's like a Nobi, and then you have something in the middle that it suggests to you to rip it off so you can open and take the records out. What I did was try carefully just open one of the sides which kind of damaged anyway, but not as much as he did that, because it's totally about what Fight Club is, whether in terms of book, whether in terms of movie, which is to let yourself go and don't treat the objects like a god approach, or you know, just leave them. They're just objects. Don't be too attached to them, which kind of goes totally against what vinyl community is, including myself, which most of us consider ourselves as collectors. So yeah, but it's an amazing soundtrack. I loved it since I went to the cinema and watched it when the movie came out in 1999. So this is the re-edition. The original cover is this one, and I think there was a recent re-edition with this cover on vinyl as well. And I'm thinking on getting one if doesn't sold out, because this was I was able to buy this one for half the price. We're talking about probably between 40 50 pounds. Usually this baby can go around 100 and something each copy. Okay, next one. PJ. Okay, PJ, he mentions pajamas, and I didn't put any pajama aside because I'm going to be honest. I'm not a guy that usually uses pajamas. Even in the winter, I like to be the most naked possible under my sheets and duvet, and I want to feel the warmth of getting that thing over me as much as possible. I don't really like to sleep with clothes on me, and maybe that's because there was a time in my life where I was younger, and my family, there was this auntie that usually every single Christmas, and I'm not kidding, every single Christmas, her gift was a pajama. So I'm kind of traumatized by pajamas. I don't have a favorite pajama. I might have a few things over there, like some trousers, but I don't have a whole pajama anymore because I really hate it. So my favorite pajama is as naked as possible. There you go. And I'm not gonna go naked in front of my video. No way, Jose. So, third prompt. If you were a warrior hero, what record would be playing during your journey? So I'm gonna choose this record that came out last year, and it's from a Portuguese band called The Battlers. The album is called A Light in the Darkness. And if you like 70s sound, whether between that southern rock, kind of Led Zeppelin riffs, Deep Purple kind of style, they have a lead singer, this girl Sandrine Orsini, which has this amazing voice, and she can go as high as you can imagine, and the sky's the limit in terms of her voice, to be honest with you. And she's married with a bass player, which I had the pleasure to interview a few years ago when I was doing like a kind of a podcast. Is an amazing, one of my favorite bass players in Portugal. The guy really knows what he's doing. And if you like 70s sound, even including some more funky stuff, soul, just go and listen to this. You're gonna love it, okay? So there you go. And this is like, I can imagine listening to this as a soundtrack if I was in kind of a movie where I was this warrior, whether it was a medieval thing or it was like this motorcycle thing, you know. I don't know. That's my answer for it. Okay, next one. A band that a lot of people hate, but you love it. It's not news. If you watch some of my videos, that is Limp Bizkit. I just love Limp Bizkit, especially the first three albums that I grew with kind of during the end of my teenage years and the beginning of my adult ears. Sorry, missing the word. And yeah, it's most of the people who used to listen to Limp Bizkit back then thought this was a very serious band when that kind of thing called new metal just came out, but they were never that serious, which is one thing that I really like on them. And they're an amazing party band. If you like that kind of party vibe and a little bit more rockish, and you don't mind like rap, hip hop in terms of vocals and some comedy in the middle, just go and watch a concert live because they're totally worth it, even without Sam Rivers, that unfortunately left us last year, which is the bass player. There you go. Number five, a band or a record from Japan, and I'm gonna show Otoboki Beaver. So, four girls, completely insane, Japanese lyrics, sometimes a little bit of English, but you're not going to understand with their accent unless you read the lyrics and find out that that exists. But they're amazing, a little bit punk, completely insane, total madness, if you like. It's not anime sound, not at all. It's more like punk rock with lots of different time signatures, goes completely wild, has some comedy in the middle. This version comes on 45 RPM and sounds really good. I'm kind of annoyed with them because of their attitude in a concert that I went to watch 2 years ago, but let's put that aside. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm still a little bit mad with the band because of that concert, but the thing that got me into this band, it was their drummer, which is already included on this. This is more a compilation than an album. There were a few tracks that were re-recorded, but most of it were already recorded on EPs and singles, and they put out this as an album, but it's more a compilation. There's like one or two tracks that are brand new when this came out, but yeah, she went on maternity leave last year, and they got this drummer to substitute her. And I don't know what happened, but she's not coming back. They're gonna stay with this new drummer, and I don't like, from the videos I watch, I don't like that much the vibe of this new drummer. And some songs that I watched live that seemed new, or at least I didn't know, it didn't kind of work out the same way to me. So for me, bye bye KO Kiss, bye bye Oteboki Beaver. But this album and the album next after this one, which is Super Champion, I totally advise people to listen if you're into, if you don't mind some good insanity in terms of music. So there you go. Um, Next one, six. Oh God, I bought it again. An album that you own several copies or several formats. So I'm going to show a Portuguese band. They're kind of grindcore, crust, really heavy and fast, called Buzz Rotten. This is, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the painter, but this is a very famous painting of box fight. And I bought this record firstly when it came out. It was on this black normal edition, but then they put out this amazing edition. Oh, sorry, stuff falling over here, complete chaos. Let's put this back. So this one comes on this amazing splatter, which is not really a thing that kind of attracts me to buy an album, but I'm gonna show the main reason why I really wanted this edition, and that it's on the cover, which the other one it isn't, but this one is a gatefold, and you have the full painting, which I love, with the lyrics, and it brings this is a comic book. So I'm going to show you a little bit. It's like comic book, graphic novel. You get the idea. Yeah, totally amazing. I really love it. And besides this, these two different vinyl versions, I also have the CD, and I have 4 different tapes. So this one, red, blue, yellow, and also red but transparent. Why? Now you ask me, why do I have all of this from the same record? Because this is part of a time in my life where I was fully committed to support the Portuguese music scene, and I had like this weekly video thing where I used to show 3 different records and in many formats, different formats. So I was quite invested in that back then, but this was a few years ago. Things were quite different in terms of prices. The pound was still 2 times more than the euro. The prices were quite cheap for me to get. There was no Brexit, so things were quite different. And because of all of that, I stopped promoting the Portuguese music scene, but here you go. Great record if you like heavy and fast stuff. Anyway, so your favorite monster? Good one. So my favorite monster is, I only have the Queen. I used to buy more Funko Pops than I stopped because they can get really expensive. So I have the Queen. I maintain them in the box because I can pile them up and it's easier to clean the dust, to be honest with you. And it's kind of a collective thing for me. I'm not going to play with them. So yeah, Alien. Alien is my favorite monster. So as you can see, the Alien quadrilogy or anthology, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and Alien Romulus. I don't like the mixed thing with Alien versus Predator, but maybe I'll buy the TV show if it's on Blu-ray because I quite like it. And obviously H.R. Giger, the creator of Alien, who did also, you recognize it, Debbie Harry's album and ELP, but I'm just gonna show, there you go, as you can see, creating the alien for the movie, and here you have some more stuff with the alien head and all that kind of thing. So he created the alien and the alien world with the spaceship and all that stuff. Yeah, my favorite monster of all time. I also have a t-shirt with like this kind of head coming out like a toy, rubber toy coming out from the shirt, but I forgot to put it aside, sorry. Okay, next one. A cover with a mustache. Is it? No. Number 8, a so-called hipster record. That is amazing. And I'm going to show Turnstile. And this is from 2021. I really love this record. This record became really a hipster thing. Everybody, this band is so hyped. And they won 2 Grammys for Best Rock Band and Best Metal Performance, something like that, but they're not metal, they're like pop, punk, hardcore, if you can put it like that, really simplifying it. This album is amazing. I really, really loved it. There was a time in my life that I listened to this every single day over and over again. And I thought the new album, which I got rid not too long ago, and it went on a purge that I did. I went to this shop and traded 50 records, and I came back with 3. I have the video. If you want to check it, just go to my channel and check that video out, or those 2 videos out. And yeah, I didn't like the last one, didn't make it for me, but this is an album that I still love and I still listen a lot, but I have to be honest, it's a Nipster record, totally. Okay, 9, a cover with a mustache. So I already saw someone doing this and I found it really funny. And this cover doesn't have a mustache. None of them had a mustache back here. But if you do this, it's so funny, man. So there you go. A cover without a mustache that has one of the most famous mustaches in pop rock music ever, or pop folk music. There you go. That is my choice. Okay. So last one. Number 10, a blind buy just because you knew the band. And this one, it was pretty easy for me. And I'm going to show you the CD. I have the album. So we're talking about Evil Empire from Rage Against the Machine. That's the album. But back in 1996, when this came out, I was a teenager with no money at all. And the only money, my parents used to give it to me, because they didn't have a lot, God bless them, was money for me to eat in school every single day. So what I did was, I stopped eating for like 2 weeks, and I put the money aside. And after 2 weeks, I was already skinny, and I was healthy. If I did that nowadays, I couldn't go through without eating for so many hours. But back then it was fine for me, and I was still physically quite active. But yeah, I bought this record after 2 weeks without eating in school. I went to the shop, brought this record for me, and the only song I knew was Bulls on Parade, which is the second song. And I loved the first album, but it was like when I listened from top to bottom, I didn't know any of the other songs. And it's a very special album still nowadays to me, maybe because I listened to it so many times. I didn't have that many CDs back then. So the ones I had, they used to be played over and over and over again. And I think that's why maybe there are certain records and certain bands from our teenage years that they're going to be so special, whether they really good or not. They're going to be always pretty good for us because we know them from top to bottom because of that. Yeah, there you go. My blind buy because I knew the band. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go to Alaska video and channel, subscribe him, check the link down below, give your support. The guy's a hero, okay? And that's it for today. Just one last thing. I did kind of a playlist with needle drops. I called it mixtape, and it's related with everything that I showed you. So I choose a song from each of the records that I show you and put like a mixtape on video. And it's quite simple. It's just my turntable playing, and then you have the information. Let's see how it goes. If no one's going to take the video down, but I'll leave the link down below. Okay, so there you go, and cheers everyone. See you soon.